Hey everybody, so I've been using the Honor 10 as my main phone for 2 days now, and here are my thoughts. For the first few hours I used the phone, I was super impressed because it looked and felt just like the Huawei P20 Pro, which I loved a lot. One of the hardware differences is that the Honor 10 uses an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner that allows for it to be embedded into the bezel completely. So the sensor on the Honor 10 is actually flushed with the bottom chin. Like, there's no part that sticks out or there's no slight indentation like on the P20 Pro's fingerprint sensor. I initially thought the Honor 10's fingerprint sensor looked and felt better, but after using it for 2 days I realized that because it's so completely flat with no marks, it's a bit harder to find. So throughout the day, I'd put my finger on the fingerprint reader just to realize it's slightly off center and the phone wouldn't unlock. It doesn't happen too often, but I'd say throughout the day it happens 5 or 6 times where I thought I'm unlocking the phone but it's not unlocking. That never happens with the P20 Pro. So moving on to the cameras. Of course I wasn't expecting the Honor 10 to have the same awesome triple camera setup as the P20 Pro. But what I didn't realize until later was that the Honor 10 uses an older Sony sensor and lacks OIS and EIS. Photos still come out pretty good during the day, as you can see from some of the samples here. But at night, the Honor 10 struggles a bit. The P20 Pro, you'll remember, is awesome at low light photos. The Honor 10 is not awesome. The camera software is pretty easy to use. It has the same setup, almost the same setup anyway, as the Huawei P20 Pro. So you have a swiping interface and a different aperture and portrait mode. Both of these shoot the same bokeh shots, so it's a little bit complicated there. But then if you swipe all the way to the right, you see that there are a lot of these different modes. Some of these are not even on the Huawei P20 Pro. For example, you have AR lens, which lets you use the AR camera to put a little kind of hologram character onto any platform on your viewfinder. And it's a little bit gimmicky, but pretty fun to play with. And I quite like the artist mode too, which is, it's really just a bunch of filters, but these filters here on the Honor 10 are quite interesting and kind of abstract, so it makes for a pretty unique photo. For videos, the Honor 10 is a bit hit and miss too. If you're holding the phone still and shooting just video in the day, it'll come out fine. And I thought the mic captures audio very nicely, as you can see in this video of me and my band playing music. So there's no distortion here, that's good. But when I shoot while walking, the video is really jerky because there's no OIS or EIS. And that's for 1080p resolution at 30 frames per second. When you go up to 1080p at 60 FPS, videos become a complete mess. Check out the footage here. It's just completely blurry and it's not in focus. And I shot multiple videos like this and not a single one of them came out fine. So Huawei or Honor definitely needs to work on the 1080p 60. That's a software issue. I'm nitpicking, of course, because I'm comparing the $500 US Honor 10 to a $900 Huawei P20 Pro. If you look at the Honor 10 in vacuum, the camera is really solid, but I think the Xiaomi Mi Mix 2S and the OnePlus 6 still have better cameras, and neither of those phones are that much more expensive. The rest of the phone is pretty awesome though. Battery life is excellent, as always with Huawei devices. I used the phone all day today, and right now I ended the day at midnight and I still have 40% battery life. The 5.8-inch display is LCD instead of OLED, but I had no issues with it at all. Viewing angle or visibility under the sun were both great. The EMUI software here is also tolerable. Huawei has cleaned it up a lot, so it's not as terrible looking as before, with useful features such as screen recording. I like that you can use the fingerprint sensor to navigate around Android instead of using the 3 traditional Android buttons. So if the OnePlus 6 or the Xiaomi Mi Mix 2S didn't exist, I would say the Honor 10 is the best value smartphone right now. But unfortunately for Honor, those phones do exist. I like all 3 phones a lot personally, but I shoot a lot of videos, so for me, the Honor 10's problem is a deal breaker. I would personally choose the Xiaomi Mi Mix 2S or the OnePlus 6. But if you don't shoot videos at all, then the Honor 10 it's a worthy choice. I love the build quality, the color of the back glass looks stunning, and most importantly, this phone has some of the best battery life around. Thanks for watching.